Hello, it's Fat Stormtrooper from Daft Chicken Gaming. If you guys haven't heard of it, I'm sure you probably most of you have. The thing that's happened over the last day or two is this massive glitch in the crates where people were unboxing Unusual's hand over fist. And I mean, for example, look here, the Unusual Law. Usually the Unusual Laws are reasonably expensive. Hat at the highest end, you've still got things sort of 900 and something, but you've got a whole lot of cheaper Unusuals coming into play. So people have through crates have been unboxing large number of Unusuals. There's records numbers of Unusuals on the markets. There's 116 frames of Unusuals, which is just unprecedented. This is I mean, I guess a spelled Unusual here. It's got things with spells and things may retain some sort of a value, but yeah, obviously things are really quite shaken up by this disturbance. So it may actually serve to do one of two things. One is it may stimulate the market. There may be a larger number of trades. People are sort of a sudden, I can get Unusual effects, I'm going to go out and buy them because I've never been able to afford them before. And it will certainly undermine the power of people who have built up a big stock of items, and really there are a lot of people who are bread and butter professional traders, or not really necessarily professional, but long-term traders that may lose a lot of money on this. I mean, I'm a collector primarily. I buy things for the effects that I enjoy. So in actual fact, for some reason, people say, "Oh God, aren't you upset that you're going to lose value?" And myself and Chicken, as I say, we don't go into the game for value. We go into it for the fact that it's a game and we enjoy it, and we enjoy it displaying unusual effects. And maybe this unboxing will unearth some combinations of effects which were previously unattainable to us and other people. So from our point of view, we don't necessarily view it as a bad thing. People say, "Oh, your backpack value may be going down," but that's actually okay, because to tell you the truth, or sometimes the backpack value is something that which tends to bring us too much attention anyway. So I guess what we should do is maybe have a look at the price of Unusuals overall. I mean, you're getting Unusuals here which are never seen before. The cheapest ones are these Cadavers Craniums, but you're getting Dead Presidents, Cloud9, fairly okay effects. This guy here has obviously unboxed a whole lot of things. I mean, it's all, maybe these guys are the same people. You see, obviously the same thing. They're unboxing a group of them, and all of a sudden the market has gone booja, booja, boom. But I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, there are some effects that quite good here that I actually quite like. That are all of a sudden for sale, which you couldn't normally get. I mean, let's go here, for example. If you were a demo man and you wanted something, and you say, "Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh God, I've only got $25. Yeah, Aces High is not a bad effect. Kilowatt's not a bad effect. I mean, Dead Presidents. Some people like the TF logo. If you had $50, I mean, oh, nuts and bolts, yuck. Terawatt, and that's a spelled one too. So basically, I mean, Steel Sharko. I mean, you're getting things that are really cheap. I guess what I'm worried about is what's happening on the high end of the market. So let's have a look at so items like the Team Captain. So, Unusual Team Captains. I don't know if you can still unbox those even on the new crates. I mean, these effects seem to be relatively you know, the values. These are cheap effects. Aces high. I don't know. Kilowatt. What about taunts? That's like a pool party. Party. Let's go party. So pool party taunts. I mean, they're still quite high up. I mean, you've still got here specialized kill streak. You know, pool party taunts. Pool party is unusual fires. So that one's still expensive. I'm just trying to think what else we've got here. How about antlers? Antlers. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily going to affect the MISCs because there's not. I mean, things that aren't unboxable traditionally. So what's going to happen with the market, my predictions are a whole lot of the unusuals that you can still unbox are going to become relatively cheaper and relatively more accessible. But then some of the older things that you can no longer unbox, like the MISCs, like antlers and viewfinders, are going to become more expensive, if anything. And also some of the effects that are not necessarily available for a time, like Halloween effects, might become more expensive. And in addition to this, I think you're going to see that that there are some unusual items that become like dog poos. You can get them on every corner of every street, and they become virtually valueless. But having said that, they might look good, and people, you know, people who cannot normally afford them, whether they be younger people, kids, whether they be people who are just not doing well financially, can have an unusual, and I think it will spice up the game. So the answer is this positive or negative? It's a view of this channel that in actual fact, and in some ways this is a positive thing. It is, however, going to affect the economy. And have Valve fucked up? Well, yes, they have. There are a lot of people that use the economy as a source of value and trade, and it may actually do long-term damage to people staying in the economy, and they may abandon this for other games such as CSGO or PUBG or something else. So just food for thought. If you haven't heard of the glitch, it's all been patched and fixed, so don't get too excited. There's all sorts of speculation whether or not Valve will disallow or take back these unusuals. I can't see that happening. There's also been questions about people being, you know, trade banned for buying too many crates and unboxing. This is something that's really obviously, if that has happened, then Valve has to come to the party, really, or they should come to the party and unban those people, because I guess at the end of the day, they bought these crates, and they even if buying crates means that you unbox them, and if they unbox them and get a lot of unusuals, well, I don't really think that's a crime, because they've actually paid the money, or they've done the correct process to get the crates. Anyway, peace out, viewers, and very exciting news indeed.